This can be made very quickly, and we'll show you how to do that today. So let's look at the recipe first of all, and I'll show you the ingredients, and then we'll talk about and show you how to make them. So the ingredients for Mousetrap just are very simple: bread, cheese, bacon and tomato. And if you are like us, you like something called marmite or vegemite, that gives it an added lovely bit of flavor as well. And here is how you make it here, and we'll go through this in detail with you, but so that you have this on this video for access, I'm showing you the method for making these mouse traps, but we'll demonstrate that right now. So Miss Linda, the first thing that we're going to do is to wash our hands as usual, so let's do that.
Alright, let's start by doing that.
And then you're going to preheat or get the oven ready, and today we're going to be using the grill or broil, as some people might know it. And so Miss Linda's just turned on the grill. Next she's going to cook some bacon. Now how much bacon are we going to be using, Miss Linda?
I am going to use, I've got 5 half slices of bacon here, which I'm going to cook, and then they're going to be sliced up so that they can go onto our bread.
So that we'll have about 4 pieces of bacon, cooked bacon, that are approximately 1 inch long, that goes on each slice of bread. So first, off we go to the stove where the bacon will be cooked. Now the grill is heating up, and so while that's heating up here, Miss Linda's going to put the pieces of bread onto an oven tray. Now our oven tray is 15 inches high by, well, 15 and a half actually, by 14 inches wide, and we can get 6 pieces of bread on like so. Now what we're going to do is put this bread under the grill so that we lightly toast the top part, which will become the bottom of the mouse traps. So under the grill they go.
Now remember, when you're grilling, just keep your door open just a little. Now we're going to have to keep an eye on this because we don't want the...
So when you're grilling, you want your the thing that you're grilling to be fairly close up, or fairly high up towards your element, and that could be pretty good there, or it could even go higher, but we like it about that height.
Otherwise we don't want it to burn too quickly.
Okay, the bacon hasn't started to sizzle yet, but it will very quickly.
We can slice up our tomatoes ready.
So while that's all going on, we'll slice the tomatoes. Now we want to have about 3 slices of tomato per piece of bread. So we've got 6 pieces of bread. Probably we want about 18 pieces or 18 slices of tomato.
Well, I think probably these are fairly big, so I think we could cut them in half.
Alright, that's a big tomato, so
yes,
the pieces can be half pieces. Alright, and these are going to be very lightly microwaved, just to start the cooking of those. Miss Linda, let's have a quick look at the bread under the grill and make sure that it's not...
it's probably
just about right. It's very lightly toasted.
I'm just going to leave it on there while it's warm and give us a little space over here.
Alright, so we'll continue to slice the tomato. So that looks about right. There's 12 pieces or so on the plate already. 15, 16, 17, 18. We're pretty close to the amount of tomato that we need right there. Okay, I hear the bacon starting to sizzle. The tomatoes going in there for 10 seconds, just to lightly cook it, and you might be able to hear the bacon. Wish you could smell it. Of course, many people love the smell of bacon. That's the tomato partially cooked. Now while we're waiting, we're going to go over and prepare some more cheese. We have some already partially grated, but we need to grate a little more, and we'll show you how we do that. Because we're going to end up with approximately 1/3 of a cup of grated cheese per slice of bread, and we don't have quite that much here. We got some ready to save time, but here's how we grate cheese on the grater, and Miss Linda is just going to prepare the remainder that we require for these mouse traps.
About 1/3 of a cup per mouse trap. So that's 1/3 of a cup. That should be enough now for our 6 slices of bread. I have used, this is Monterey Jack cheese. Some of you may have already grated cheese in your fridge, which you can use.
Yes, you can buy grated cheese, so that is another option. Let's see if our bacon is just about ready over here. Ms. Linda could also turn over the pieces of bread.
We'll turn the bacon over. Bacon does not take very long to cook.
Alright, let's turn the bread over and start preparing the mousetrap. Now, we happen to have been raised in New Zealand, and we like marmite and vegemite, so Miss Linda's going to put a small sliver of marmite onto 2 of these pieces of bread.
I'm going to bring it over to my table here. Whoops!
Alright.
I guess we have 5 slices.
Well, it wasn't, the floor was very clean, and it wasn't down there long enough. Plus we're going to apply quite a lot of heat to this yet, so they should be fine. Where's the marmite, Miss Linda?
Alright, well I'm going to just, where's my, oh there it is there. I'm going to put this onto my board here because I have to slice it and it can go on cooling.
Now we like to put the bacon onto a paper towel when it's cut up, so that it drains the excess fat off of the bacon. Now remember, this bacon is going to be cooked a little more yet, so as Miss Linda cuts this into sort of 1-inch pieces, she'll put it onto the paper towel to drain the excess fat. And then those pieces will get to go on the mousetrap and be cooked a little more under the grill. Alright, while that's draining, we'll prepare 2 pieces of bread.
There we go.
With the marmite. And here is the marmite here. Where can you buy this in the US, Miss Linda?
I do believe Publix has it.
Alright.
And some other shops, if you look in the international section, you will find it.
Do you need some help with that?
I need some help, please.
Alright, let me put the camera down and help to open the jar.
Oops. A paper towel.
Yeah. That's very tightly on there. Is this a new jar?
That could be a new jar.
There we are. Just needed a little grip.
Help.
Now, this is a yeast extract,
Thank you.
And it adds a little bit of salty flavor, which we really like. But you just need a very light sliver. Not very much at all.
I'm only going to put it on 3.
Alright.
Just a tad.
Now, this is something you should try perhaps, but it is an acquired taste.
Don't put it on like peanut butter.
No. Alright, so there's some with marmite and some without. Now the next thing to go on is the cheese.
Now we're just going
About
to
1/3 of a cup per piece of bread.
just spread it on like that.
There we are.
Just very simple.
Now, sometimes I don't even grate the cheese. I just slice it off with a knife, and that way it doesn't tend to run over onto the pan as much, and I can more control. So I would cut 1/8" slices of cheese and put it on, 2 or 3 slices on each piece of bread. Now we're going to put the tomato on, about 3 pieces per slice, and then the bacon on, about 4 pieces per slice of bread. And remember, this is already partially cooked, and so it's going back under the grill right now. Sometimes we sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper over the top if you want that for flavor, but with the Marmite we don't.
And your bacon,
need
of course, is cured with
And the bacon's
salt.
cured with salt, so you do have salt in this recipe without adding salt and pepper. Perhaps a little pepper you could sprinkle on for taste. It's up to you. Alright, so let me just zoom in on one of those before it goes under the grill so you can kind of see how they look. Cheese, tomato, and bacon. And now under the grill they go until the cheese is melted. Wait a second, we'll have a look at the element up there as well. Right above, you can see that's the grilling process, and now the door stays a little open because it gets very hot in there.
It's a little bit longer.
Alright, so the grilling, we had a battery failure there in the video while this was grilling. Let's see if we can show you what it looks like under there. You can see some of that bacon is sizzling away under the grill. The cheese still has to melt a little bit more yet. And of course you can always add salt and pepper after you've cooked it if you feel that you need it as well. So
Just keep an eye on the bread too, because you don't want the bread to get burnt.
yes, the edges of the bread may burn. So how long do you think this has been under the grill? Around
2-3 minutes.
Yeah,
Not very long.
I can see some browning around the edges of the bread now. I think it might be just about ready.
So don't walk away and say, I'll come back in 5 minutes. You need to keep an eye on it.
You see on the left hand side there?
Let's pull it out a little bit and have a look.
Turn it around.
There, I think we
Yeah,
could
I
be
think
done.
that's those are done. So
going to-
let's turn the grill off and come over here. We'll slice one in half, maybe through a diagonal or whatever, but these are ready to eat. They are delicious, hot like this, straight out of the oven. Now we have enough here probably for mom and dad and 1 or 2 children to have for a Sunday evening bite. But these are delicious. They are MOUSETRAPS, and we've brought this to you from the Freedom and Virtue Institute, empowering children to become self-reliant and offering opportunities for entrepreneurial enterprise. So children, you might be able to cook this for a relative who may pay you for your time. But that's up to you to be enterprising. Of course, we like to see you also using your time for the good of others as well. But you can be self-reliant and make your own meals. Here again is the mousetrap recipe. There's the ingredients and the amounts, and the order that we went through it is shown there in the method. And we certainly hope that you enjoy these mousetraps. They are again very quick and easy to make. If you're in a hurry and you want to feed some friends that come over for a time at your house and maybe a sleepover, you can make these together and have a lot of fun. So from Miss Linda and me, we wish you the very best with your mousetrap making, and we'll be preparing another video for you again very soon. Remember to look at fvinstitute.org, and you'll find this on the Freedom and Virtue Institute's YouTube channel. Goodbye, everybody.
Enjoy.